guys, I'm Miss Marie and welcome back to another episode of Pink Lemonade. This is a podcast where you're going to hear relatable ass conversations with relatable ass people. And with that being said, I'm Edgar. Super excited having Edgar on.
Fuck, I don't know which camera I'm looking at.
My bad. What camera am I looking at?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't know which camera to look at.
So we have Edgar and we've been friends for years.
Since middle school.
6th grade.
6th grade, yeah. You went to Marston, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we both went to Marston.
Why do you even have to ask that?
I
Yes,
know,
we went to Marston.
Making sure.
Took the same bus.
Yeah, we did.
Fucked shit up.
It was fun. It was crazy. Middle school was wild time.
We actually had good times. I've never had a problem with you.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever had a problem. Well, except...
Well, we can't say that yet.
Yeah.
Can't say that yet. But,
yeah.
So for those of you who don't know, Edgar is a tattoo artist, and he actually just started working at a shop now.
Yeah, I actually work at a Concrete Jungle Tattoo in Adams, North Park area.
Yeah. So why tattooing? Because I know you've always tagged.
Yeah, so
Wait, can I say that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I started tagging in high school.
Yeah.
So I was always into art a little bit. And then I didn't know, which direction to take it in. So after high school, I ended up going to art school for a year. But then
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I went to the Art Institute of San Diego by Mission Valley.
Oh shit.
For a year, but it was horrible. I fucking hated it. I didn't make any friends the whole year. Everyone was just a really kind of rich
Mm-hmm.
artsy white kids. So I just didn't get along with any of them. And I would end up after school going to my homie who he was tattooing in Ocean Beach at the time at Last Days Tattoo. And after work he would kind of close and it would just be us and the homies and we'd drink a little bit and tattoo each other. And then he would tattoo us. And then at the time I would just be oh dude, let me make the stencil, let me draw it out. And then he was oh dude, you want to learn how to tattoo? And I was yeah. And then he was alright, start coming by the shop and drawing and asking to help out and shit. And I was alright. So I ended up doing that, and then through that I got my first apprenticeship. But then I ended up getting fired because the owner, he was kind of a dick, And it was at the time too, I was a young ass kid, I was fucking 18, so I was fucking around still, I was still drinking heavily, partying, all that bullshit.
Well, you were an apprentice at the last shop, right?
Kinda, yeah.
So what is an apprentice?
So an apprenticeship is basically you exchange free labor for information. So they teach you to tattoo, and in exchange you work for free. It's the same shit as an internship.
Okay. So for those of you who don't know, it's not professionally. You guys always talk shit about apprenticeships. I see that. I know people are well, you're a tattoo artist. You should know what you're doing already.
Yeah, and then it's crazy too, because apprenticeships are fucking hard, and they serve a purpose, because people who buy just an Amazon machine and just shit off Amazon and try to learn on their own, they're gonna fuck up people, because there's so much more to than just grabbing a needle and putting it in the tube and tattooing people. There's a whole, you gotta take a bloodborne pathogens test, which basically is a 3-hour test that teaches you about about HIV and all the bloodborne pathogens that you can basically infect people and fuck up their skin, and so you learn all that.
I had no idea this.
Yeah, it's pretty grueling work, but it's really worth it.
Do you guys see this?
It's really worth it.
Pouring orange juice in a Mickey's.
It's a brass monkey.
So it is literally 10:24 a.m. and we are filming episode 8 and we are drinking 40s. And
it's our day off.
It's our day off. We're filming. Well, it's not my day off. This is still work, but we're drinking Mickey's, talking about tattooing, and honestly, dude, I got the one tattoo rose at your shop. Random, my first tattoo. His
ex shop. I don't work there no more.
I got
disclaimer.
A rose.
I do not work there no more. I'm not associated with that shop. Please do not associate me with the shop.
Bad times.
It was a bad
we
time.
can tell the energy right now. So I got a rose on my ribs for my first tattoo, and that shit is brutal. We'll put a picture right here. I cannot stand it. It's bigger than what I asked for. The shading is fucking ugly, but I got it. It was by a girl.
Was it?
She had orange hair and a little big.
No, I don't think I ever worked with her.
Yeah, it was whatever. It's
was
it's
she white?
Decent. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I never worked with her.
It's decent, but it's still damn, why did I get it? And
I think they hired her because I had quit.
Because you left. That makes sense. Then I have another tattoo that, fuck you, Daniela, because I know you're watching. Her homie and me, dude, it's Roman numerals, and it's it was supposed to go around my boob, but it's literally like this. I'll put a picture there too. It fucking hurt so bad.
The ribs and stomach area fucking suck.
Well, no, because he was like really digging in. Because I know the difference now, but he was like drunk, high.
Shit. Okay, yeah, that's different. Yeah.
That shit's horrible. I'll show you a picture later.
But like, I mean, too, there's also, you know, certain areas in your body where it's gonna hurt more.
Yeah.
Than like, let's say your forearm. You know, like your forearms, they're not too bad. Like every tattoo hurts. Whoever the fuck says tattoos don't hurt, that's a fucking lie. Whoever says that tattoos are like therapeutic to them, that makes them feel. I do not believe that shit. Because every time I get a tattoo, the first thought in my mind is like, why the fuck am I doing this? Like, I like kind of. I don't regret it, but I'm just like, this shit fucking hurts. Yeah. You know, so like, I don't know. But, fuck, I forgot what I was going to say.
Okay, so that goes to our next question. What are the do's and don'ts of booking for like a tattoo?
Well, it's honestly different for every artist. Some artists are like DMs only. Some artists are email only. Mm-hmm. I don't prefer DMs. I also prefer emails too. It's just so much easier to keep, because it's easier for me to keep track of my emails and my DMs. Because if we're having a personal conversation with someone through DMs, I'll honestly forget about their appointment or something, you know? Oh my God. But yeah, it's
not throwing shade, but like how you forgot my appointment.
No, like, dude, it's just hard, honestly, in DMs to keep track of appointments. And especially if people don't send you deposits. That's another big reason, too, why I require deposits for everybody. Just because it shows, that separates who's serious from who's not serious, you know?
Send us a sponsorship. Mickey's. No, yeah, I totally feel you. You're right.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
honestly,
that's the only reason I ever do.
Because you know they're serious.
Yeah.
When you book a deposit and somebody complains about a deposit for tattooing or whatever it may be, you're a little bitch. Like, I just feel like it's secure for both of you on your end.
Yeah, it's just gonna show me, because like it's happened one too many times. Oh, cheers. It's happened one too many times where people don't show up to their appointments, and like if they don't leave a deposit, they won't text me, they won't call me, they won't tell me like, oh hey, I'm not gonna make it today. Or, hey, you know what? Can we reschedule? They won't even fucking bother. But if they're going to lose money for it, then they'll be like, hey, man, I can't make it today. Or, you know, whatever. But
stop wasting people's time. Time is money, and it's just not cool. Especially when somebody else is trying to make their bread, and they could have booked a more serious person.
Yeah, like, that's I guess that's the biggest issue with that. Just because, like, it's us losing money, you know? It wouldn't be that big of a deal if it would. But, like, that's, like... Even any tattoo is like $80, you know. Even if it was like an $80 tattoo, that's still $80.
Still means something.
Yeah, and then you could have booked someone else in that spot for more money. You know? And then instead you gave it to this person who's not gonna show up, who's not gonna call you, who's not gonna even text you. Yeah. Just kind of fucking rude.
Don't be that person. Like we talked about on Server Life. Stop being a dick. Have common decency.
Dude, that's the thing too. Like, oh my God, so many people lack common decency now. It's crazy. Yeah, like.
Super entitled.
Like that girl, dude, who was I was doing, at the beginning of everyone's apprenticeship, you do free tattoos. So I was doing a couple, right? Mm-hmm. Posted on social media. It was fine. It was cool. I got all the people I had to.
Sips. Then continues back to the conversation.
Of course, you have to.
But
dude, it was, my mentor ended up cutting it short. So I was going to do 40 free tattoos, but I ended up only doing 10. Mm-hmm. And so I posted on social.
40 free tattoos.
Yeah, so like, and then people didn't even realize, like, what also pissed me off about doing the free tattoos too, is like you'll do strangers, and like they won't care about that you're wasting, because everything comes out of your own pocket, you know, when you're buying your own supplies, you're buying your own machines, like everything, like the shop owner, he's not gonna pitch that in for you, and be like, oh yeah, he might be like, oh yeah, use my machines, but like he's not gonna pay for your ink, he's not gonna pay for your supplies. So you gotta buy that all out of pocket. So like, if people don't tip you like even $20, like that shit won't cover supplies. Like $20 will probably cover like the supplies you use for that tattoo, but like people will not tip you. They won't give you shit. Like you'll do like a 3-hour tattoo on them for free, and like they won't tip you.
What is like the highest tip you've gotten?
Damn, that's a hard question. The
like over 100?
No, honestly, I still haven't gotten $100 tip yet.
What the fuck, really?
Yeah, no, but I mean, you get there after a point. Like, I don't charge that much. Like, compared to other tattooers, like I don't charge hourly. I charge by the piece, and I charge pretty fairly, you know. Yeah. Like, I don't think I've ever charged more than $250 for a tattoo.
Okay, so some people tattoo by hourly, and then piece.
Yeah, and then so they'll be like $150 an hour, and then a 2-hour tattoo is $300. You know,
I know that.
That's crazy. Yeah, like, but I'm not at that point yet.
Yeah. Huh. How long are you in
I'm
tattooing?
1.5 years into tattooing, but like working at a shop tattooing professionally, probably like just a few months. Because I was tattooing from home at the beginning of the pandemic.
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
But you're still doing it though.
Yeah, like now doing it at a shop professionally, because I just got kind of lucky, I guess, in that situation. Like,
yeah,
the owner was interested in having me there, and then one of my friends was his older apprentice. So like he went to tattoo there for one day, and I ended up going to get tattooed by him, and I met the owner, and then we kind of all talked, and so I got the job.
it. So I noticed you just fucking plugged yourself in right now on your t-shirt.
Oh yeah.
I just noticed that. He has his logo. That's sick. Maybe that's some pink lemonade merch. I've been thinking about it, honestly.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, like, it's worth it, dude. The shirts, making shirts and merchandise is a good investment because, like, it's just basically all profit.
Well, I did stickers and I paid how much did I put into it? Like almost like $80 and I made $200.
Yeah, dude.
It's fucking crazy.
It's crazy, yeah, dude. Like, it's honestly, ever since I started working for myself, because I went from the restaurant industry. I worked in the restaurant industry from 15 till I was 24.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I moved full time into tattooing.
Which must have been a good feeling.
It was weird. At first, it was such a weird feeling because like it was like going from having a boss and having your set schedule to you make your own schedule. You work whenever you want. You make the money on your own time, and you pay me my cut. Like it was such a different feeling, you know, because
and also
like
being your own boss.
Yeah, exactly. Because it was so much freedom that to the point it got a little bit overwhelming. Because I just honestly wanted to not work and just like kind of fuck around a little bit, but
that's
then
hard when it comes to being your own boss, because you really have to be the manager, be the assistant.
You gotta buckle down.
All right, like back to what we were saying, that becoming your own boss is really hard because you're the manager, you're the assistant, you set up almost everything.
You do set up everything.
You're branding yourself on social media, which is also another hassle. That shit's hard. We were just discussing that off camera.
I am not used to like any sort of branding, like, especially working in a restaurant. You don't have to brand yourself.
No, not at all.
You don't have to brand yourself at all. Exactly. So like it's going from that to you have to advertise yourself to random people, to strangers. Yeah. That's like one of the hardest things I feel like that it's getting used to, like catering to people, especially like if you work, because I used to work as a line cook, so I was never in like talking to people. Exactly. I wasn't talking to people. I wasn't interacting with people. So like the first couple tattoos, they were a little awkward. Yeah. Just because I wouldn't say shit. Like, I'd be like, oh, hey, how you doing? And, like, talk about the design, this and that. But when I was tattooed, I was just quiet because, like, I was just focusing on what I was doing, you know? And so I felt like I was a little awkward in the beginning. But, like, as you gain confidence and, like, experience, I feel like it gets a little easier to kind of, like... Your element, yeah, exactly. Like I feel like, yeah, exactly. Like, I feel like I'm a lot more comfortable when I can actually, like, hold the conversation while I'm actually doing what I have to do.
See, that's sick. I just feel like you just kind of fall into your own person and like understand your craft a little more. Yeah. And that's what I appreciate, like working on your own, because people don't really understand how much it takes to work for yourself.
Yeah, and then plus like they say that the first 5 years of tattooing are the hardest because because like a lot of people end up like either giving up or just falling out, you know.
So basically, having that backbone in this kind of industry is also
because like because for some people it's like they'll blow up in the beginning and they'll have like just a lot of customers and like then they'll burn out, and like once they start burning out and they see that they're not making the same money that they were, they'll just give it up. But like sometimes you just gotta stick with it, you know, because like that's how it was for me in the beginning. It was just like an outpour of support, you know, especially when it was fucking free and like when it was cheap.
Because they come flying like birds.
Exactly, the support was like outrageous. It was crazy. I was like, oh hell yeah, all these people supporting me, you know. But then like once I started charging, like raising my prices, that's when like you see who's like really supporting you, and like you see like once I started charging like $80 minimums and like fucking like charging kind of like what it was worth for the tattoo, that's when people were like, like you know kind of
like when you start something, you really know who's there for you and who's not, because
it's easy to tell.
Yeah, it's easy to tell. But I mean, I really don't take that as discouragement, honestly. I'm just like, you win some, you lose some, you know? Like, I've met some people off Instagram who have their own businesses that I'm way closer to than I am friends since middle school, you know, who show endless support because they get it. They understand it, you know? I mean, whether it's saving something on Instagram or sharing something, you know, that's dope. That means a lot because some people don't have to do that.
That's what another thing that I feel like people who don't have to like market themselves and do that shit, they don't really understand it. Nope. So they're not gonna like your picture. They're not gonna share it. They're not gonna comment. Even though it's something that seems like insignificant to them. Like for you, it could mean like everything. A potential new client, a potential new whatever, you know,
new income,
new
or
opportunities,
maybe a new outlet, another tattoo artist seeing you.
Exactly, yeah. Someone's gonna hook you up with something, you know. It could lead to like an endless amount of opportunity.
I agree, and then some people like unfollow you because they see you're posting so much, but it's like you have to keep up with that consistency.
Dude, yes, I know. Like it's hard because like before social media, I hated posting. Like I would rarely ever
just like general pictures.
Yeah, I hated. I would never take pictures of myself. I would never take pictures of anything. But then like when social media started, like I found that I have to post, and like you have to keep a presence online for your customers or whatever, you know.
Your supporter, that
yeah,
following.
Exactly. They have to feel like they know you kind of through your fucking social media, which is weird to me. Cause I'm not used to that, but like I mean I kind of get it. That's why like I don't really post too much of my personal life like online, but I post it to an extent, you know.
That's why I have 2 accounts because I like to separate it. So it's like my personal makeup account, which like I can post things that don't affect Pink Lemonade. Yeah. You know, you gotta separate the 2 sometimes because if you post like if I post something personal or some random picture of me on Pink Lemonade, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck is the podcast? You know, like it's just random. So you gotta like keep that separated.
Yeah, exactly.
But for everybody watching, just support your local like small businesses.
For anybody
that's doing anything, something small. You know who's starting up, like support them because you never know. Because we all know you bitches are gonna come running when we fucking hit it and we're doing good. Because we're gonna manifest this. Edgar's gonna have his own tattoo shop
someday. I hope.
Do his own thing.
I hope. I mean that's the dream. Running. You know, that's what every tattooer wants. You know, to own his own shop. So I mean, I hope one day.
Yeah, and then you can do things right with apprenticeships, you know, like really
help like them. As long as, because in the tattoo industry, especially like in San Diego, because I don't know if you know, but like the tattoo industry in San Diego is really, really big. Like there's a big influence just because like Sailor Jerry worked here, Ed Hardy worked here. Like these are like old, like older tattooers who basically like paved the way for the new generation of tattooers, you know? Like they worked out here, and like we have a big military presence out here, you know. Our U.S. like that's why the tattoo industry is like was booming back in the day because of our whole military. And so like it is hard out here, like in San Diego, to make it as a tattoo artist. If you want to make it as a tattoo artist, like you're gonna have to get used to being told no a lot. Like when I first moved back to San Diego from Palm Springs looking for an apprenticeship, I think I went to like over 25 shops, and like I got told no. Some people wouldn't even look at my portfolio. Like at the door, I'd be like, "Hey, I'm looking for an apprenticeship," and they'd be like, "Nope."
So the rejection was like.
The rejection, you have to get used to rejection. Like you have to like be able to brush it off and just be like, "All right, cool."
Not take it personal.
Not take it personal at all. Cause like you gotta understand, like these dudes have random people coming in all the time, being like, "Oh, hey, look at my portfolio. Like I'm looking for an apprenticeship," you know?
Yeah.
So like they don't give a fuck. Yeah, they don't give a fuck at a point. Like. But they also gotta remember, like, dude, you were at that point at some time, you know? You were that kid.
People care. It's like a high. People
it's like a power trip. Yeah. A power trip a little bit.
That's crazy. So I want to ask you one more question before we go into Truth or Shot. Wait, what's our time? Oh, we're good? Oh, okay. All right, anyways, next question. Is there a stigma with women being in the industry? Like, is it harder for women to become tattoo artists?
Yes. I'm not gonna lie. It is. There's still some sort of... I guess like unfair treatment towards women. I'm not gonna lie. I have seen it like, but I think it's slowly getting better.
Yeah,
you know?
I would feel like it would.
Yeah, it is, but there's still like, I guess like some kind of like, I guess it's the same thing as girls entering the barber industry. You know, like there's still like some dudes who are like, oh, I'd never let a woman cut my hair.
What is that?
I do not understand that. I've had women cut my hair before, and like I never understood
it's not a big deal.
Yeah, exactly. I never understood it, and I never understood like the whole fact like you don't let a woman tattoo you. Like what? Like
she probably could do a better job.
Exactly.
Than a guy.
There's some
like,
fucking amazing women artists out there, you know. Yeah. But it's just like that whole. I don't know what it is about like having a vagina or having a penis that like
it makes some people
literally
mad.
Have that change people's perspective on someone. But
yeah. Well, actually, I had no idea women even were in the tattoo industry when I was younger until I saw Kat Von D on that one show.
Oh,
that
yeah.
she was on. She worked for that one guy, and then she did her own thing.
Yeah.
They had that whole TV series. I was like, why are they so mean to her? Because she was so good. And I had felt like they were just
Yeah,
pressed.
I was just jealous. Yeah, jealousy. You
It's
dudes.
crazy.
And that's another big thing, too, in the tattoo industry. Like, let's say you're an apprentice and you work under a certain mentor, right?
Yeah.
If this mentor sees that you're, like, getting better than him, he's going to put you down and, like, be like, oh, no, don't do that.
It is crazy.
Dude, it is fucking wild. Yeah, like, there's been times where, like, dudes will just, like, abandon their apprenticeship and, like, go do something else. Like, go to a different shop or, like, run off with a different artist just because the mentors are dicks. And, like, because it's, like, you can feel it. You can feel it when someone's, like, putting you down. Yeah, exactly. You can feel when there's hostility in the air and shit, you know?
That's wild.
It's wild, dude.
I never understand that, how people get so triggered by things like that.
Yeah, like, how is your apprentice's success? Like, he's basically representing you. Like, oh, you taught this kid and he's amazing.
Like, you would want him to be
exactly,
good. It's a reflection of who you are.
You would want your apprentice to be better than you are.
Yeah.
That's like, if I ever have an apprentice, I want him to be better than I was. Like, what the fuck? Why wouldn't I?
It's under your
exactly.
nose. Like,
exactly. He's under my name.
People drive me crazy, and every time I have somebody on the podcast, I'm just like, I learn something new. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. The tattoo industry is pretty fun, though. I'm not gonna lie.
I feel like
it's given me a lot of freedom, like a lot of freedom that I didn't have like in the restaurant industry.
Yeah.
And like, honestly, the customers and the way you make money is so much better than like any restaurant job I've ever had. Like, just because the people are cooler because they're paying a lot. They're paying for a service, you know? And so they come in like in a good mood and shit like that. You don't have to deal with really snobby people. So I honestly, I love work. I love my job now. Like, I love going to work. You know, I used to fucking dread going to work, but now I don't.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The Mickey's is low-key getting to me because I have not ate.
I know, me too. This is my breakfast.
Fucking breakfast. Anything with OJ makes it breakfast, man.
Hey,
I'm dead. And we have whiskey to take for Truth or Shot, guys. So with that being said, we're going to take a little break, and we're going to come back with Truth or Shot.
Tell them say less, no comment. And we only here for the commas. Pull up and how about we slide? Loaded away on the side. These niggas be lying.
All right, guys, we are back. Thank you for taking a little break with us. So we are going to be playing Truth or Shot. And since the first question is so funny. All right. So he's already knowing like what question I'm gonna say. So
a little bit.
Little backstory.
A little bit. She's
traumatized me. He definitely traumatized me. Traumatized my mom. Traumatized himself.
That's not what happened.
So, are you still sending dick pics, Edgar?
I'm not. I am not. And that's not all what happened. All right. It wasn't just on my fault. There's two parts to this.
No, there's only one part.
And this was in middle school, all right? In my defense, I was...
Who the fuck is
like
sending
13
dick pics in middle school?
I was 13 at the time. And I was a horny bastard in middle school. If you knew me in middle school, I was kind of a weirdo.
I'm dead. I'm mentally dead.
It was a weird time in high school.
Well, we're still going to take a shot. Because
sexual assault was not a big deal back then. I remember Slap Ass Friday? That was when Slap Ass Friday was at its peak in middle school, right?
Wow, I just remembered something. All right. Cheers to traumatizing dick pics. Yeah. Don't do it again.
I won't. I don't even think it was a dick pic. It was sexting. Your mom called us sexting. We were about to. Your mom did not see my penis.
You were about to.
Your mom did not see my penis.
My mom grabbed the phone out of it. Was one of those cricket phones, the one that slip up and down. Fucking broke it in half because we were pulling it.
Dude.
It broke in half.
Her text scared me. I forgot what she said, but it scared me.
Mom, do you remember what you told Edgar? Do you remember what you told Edgar when he tried to send a dick pic? What did you say? What did you tell him?
She threatened me with your dad. I remember that.
What did you text? Remember you text him back? Yes, you did.
Yeah. I don't know. She threatened me something with your dad. I just remember that. She threatened me with your dad.
I'm so dead. Well, we never saw a dick pic, but it was going to happen, guys. It was going to happen.
It was, alright, it was like a middle school fling thing.
What did she
Not even a fling. Like, it was literally, I don't know. I guess back then, it was easier to text girls. I don't know. It was so.
I don't know. We were experimenting.
It was
Let's
a weird
call it
fucking
that.
time.
So we don't do that no
school.
more. I feel like if you send
I
dick
think
pics
after
now,
that-
it's just weird.
Yeah, I think after that experience, I was just like,
Over it.
not worth it.
I
Not
was
worth
so terrified.
Me too, dude.
I didn't get a phone till like 10th grade since then. Oh my god.
Oh no! Luckily, my parents never found out about that.
Yeah, that's nice for you. You didn't get to sit down and have a conversation. That must have been great for you. But okay, your turn. What's your question?
Wait, what did you ask me?
I asked you about the dick pic. Are you still sending dick pics?
Oh no! All right, cool. No,
So ask the question.
no, I am not. All right, question. Truth or shot? Are you still receiving dick pics?
No, absolutely not.
That's a fucking lie.
No, I am not. No, honestly,
You're telling me you don't have Tinder
no, I don't have Tinder.
or Bumble?
I have Hinge.
What?
They're very polite on there. They're very polite on Hinge.
All right, cool.
I get a lot of white boys. I'm not interested. Definitely.
Why?
I don't know. I'm not interested in
What
any
is it
guys.
about white people? In any guys?
Not right now.
You know that's true. Like honestly, I've been like celibate for over a year. It's been pretty good.
Me, it's been a couple months. I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, honestly, like, even I do have. I'm not gonna lie. I do have a Tinder, you know, but like that shit is.
Tinder, I just feel it's too bold for me.
No, it's not even that. Like, I feel like people on there are just boring as fuck. Like, dude, it's
That's how I feel
so
about
hard
people
to-
in
it's
general
so hard
right
to
now.
make a conversation with people. Like,
Yeah.
fuck, dude, it's so boring. Like, I honestly, I kind of use it just like as a little ego trip. You know, make myself feel
Dude,
better.
same. I'll take
I'm
off
like-
Hinge and I'll re-download it and be like, damn, 21 hearts?
Yeah, just to see who likes you and be
Cool.
like, all right, I think cool, I could pull her in.
Yeah.
But then like, I won't hit her up.
No.
I'm not gonna hit her up.
It's
no.
like, decline.
Yeah,
I just
exactly.
wanted
Yeah.
to see it for myself. I'm that bitch. It just be like that now. Question. No, my question actually. Have you ever tatted somebody who smelled?
Luckily, no. Luckily, no, dude. I have yet to be like, oh no, I'm lying. I am lying. Yes, one time, dude, I tattooed this girl's leg.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, her foot smelled, and like that shit gave me a headache. Like it was like an hour into the tattoo, I had a fucking headache because her feet
foot
smelled.
smelled? Was
Yeah,
she wearing like sandals or
no, I
wearing
think
shoes?
she had just gone off work, and she came to get tattooed.
You
Right? She took
didn't
off her shoes. She took off
shower?
her shoes. She didn't take off her shoes. She didn't shower. No.
Oh my god.
That's the
I would
only
never-
time. That's the only experience though. But it wasn't too bad. I'm not gonna expose what tattoo it was though.
I think I know which one it was.
You
No.
don't.
No way.
Because I've done a bunch of like girl leg tattoos. So
Okay.
it could
I'm
be
gonna start looking
anyone.
at your Instagram and start sending
It
it
could
to
be.
you. But
No,
this one
you're
was that
not.
one?
You're not gonna see it because it might not even be posted.
Oh, it probably
It might not even
posted.
be posted.
I'm so dead right now. Honestly, now we're talking about tattoos. So we talked about the rose tattoo I have, which we'll put all the pictures and stuff. But I have my ex's date in the Roman numerals right
Dude,
here, and
I have
it's
so many-
fat. It's fat as fuck. Like,
I have so many ex-girlfriend tattoos.
do you really?
Yes, I have. So my ex, like my ex-girlfriend that I lived with in Palm Springs,
Mm-hmm.
I have fucking lovers forever, with her initials and my initials on my
Okay,
leg.
that's bad. That made me feel
That's
so much better.
bad, yeah.
Oh my god.
I got this random girl who had a baby. Like she had a baby with someone else.
Oh my god. I know
She
you-
fucking tattooed her name on my leg, and like I think like 4 days down the road, she ended up like stopped talking to me because
Yeah.
she wanted to talk to somebody else. But she like lied to me about it, so it was such a weird situation.
What
that I
is
was
your
like,
obsession with
I was
wanting to be like
"Fuck
a
this."
stepdad?
I was like, fuck this, and I ended up like just covering it with some dice.
You have like this weird obsession.
No,
with
I don't.
stepdad.
No, I don't. This is the first person I've ever talked to with a baby.
You're a liar.
I
I
swear
feel like
to
it's
God.
been more.
I never.
Whatever.
Talk to anyone with a
Me
baby.
and Edgar are gonna have a full-on conversation later because I feel like it is. So all right,
I don't
that
want
was
to be
my.
a stepdad. If you have a baby, do not hit me up. I don't want to be
He's
a stepdad.
traumatized. All right, your second question.
Shit.
Let's go. I told you to be prepared.
I got you. When
Fuck
when was
you.
your last one night stand? So tell me the truth or shot.
Fuck you.
Exactly.
You're a dick.
I knew you were gonna tell me. I don't know why, but
I mean, something I don't want to tell you.
That's fine.
Because that person watched this and he didn't know.
oh
it was a nice
damn.
So
Hey,
I'm
someone watching. Hey, whoever hit it.
There's a few.
Fuck. Whoa, there's a few. Whoa, all right. Hey,
Damn, I poured a big one.
you might want to start watching Pink Lemonade podcast.
For real. So you
Shit.
know which one you are. All right, well, cheers to your Mickeys.
Oh, cheers.
Thank you for coming on.
Of course, bud.
Long time. Ooh. We need to find a different game. That's fucked up. Usually I'm
everyone's
honest, but
drinking.
I can't be this time. All right, guys. I'm Miss Anya Marie. This is Pink Lemonade, where you'll hear relatable ass conversations with relatable ass people. Check out the homie Edgar. Does tattoos. Super cool dude. Any single girls out there with babies, he's ready to be stepdad.
Please don't.
And as always, we have Zeke behind the camera. We'll have all our Instagrams linked down in the description box below. Also, we'll have a little intro of Edgar and what he does and all of that stuff. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. Bye.
Tell them say less, no comment. And we only here for the commas. Pull up and how about we slide? Loaded away on the side. These niggas be lying.